Well, after the year that we've had, National Nurses Month seems more important than ever. Joanne Iwanu is the Executive Vice President of Hospital Operations and Chief Nursing Officer at GBMC. Welcome. How are you?
I'm great. How are you? Thank you for having me today.
Oh, we're happy to have you here, and I'm doing well. I'm just happy that nurses get this month. We celebrate them and all of the work that they do. Tell us what is unique about being a nurse at GBMC.
So at GBMC, what's unique about our nursing staff and our program, we have a career ladder from the beginning when you come to GBMC as a nurse. It's called the Professional Excellence Model, and it's an RN1 all the way through an RN4. And we have different tracks where our nurses who gravitate to enhance and go through a track. So for example, the tracks are whether it's administrative track, a quality, safety, performance improvement track, and a education track. So if I want to be a nurse educator one day, I would gravitate to the education track and maybe be a unit-based educator for my area of expertise. We foster their careers from day one. We have a very robust nurse residency program that's for an entire year. So when you come as a new grad, you're in our residency program for 1 year before, and once you graduate after that 1 year, you're automatically promoted to an RN2. Our nurse residency program was one of the first in Maryland to receive the ANCC distinction award of being one of the best and robust programs that are out there that is accredited. So a lot of our new grads come to GBMC because of our residency program and that we want to grow and enhance their careers.
So tell us how the hospital is celebrating nurses this year. I mean, it's wonderful that they're guiding them through their career from beginning to end. I mean, that's really remarkable that they have all these different tracks that you can specialize in. And I just know that GBMC has to be doing something special to make them feel special for all the work that they're doing, no matter what track they're on.
Yes, we do celebrate them in a very special way. We have a program called the Art of Nursing event. And historically, pre-COVID, it would be a fun event in the evening. We roll out the red carpet. We have an award ceremony. It's for our nurses, our nursing techs, but all disciplines come to celebrate our nurses. It's a sit-down dinner, dancing. But since COVID, this year, what we decided to do is have it at Benji's Theater, where people could come in their cars. We had it catered. We were so social distance so people could be outside. But the program, it was where you could hear it on your radio in your car. Yeah. And we did the exact same award ceremony with a catered box lunch in your car, socially distanced. We met COVID requirements and we were able to celebrate for the first time, everyone outside of work in an event, but to meet COVID standards. So it was an amazing event.
What a beautiful and creative idea. I mean, that's one thing I can say about this time is that we are really thinking outside of the box and thinking outside of the, grand galas and doing it in a different way. So that's great. And, as Chief Nursing Officer, I have to ask you, what does it mean for you, for your colleagues to get all of this recognition?
Well, I got to tell you, it means more than the world to me, because the nurses, all disciplines, and even outside of healthcare, people have suffered greatly with COVID from being isolated, the new norm, very challenging. But for a nurse particular who has been with the patient 24/7, historically, and to this day, when they're in the hospital, particularly, and when families could not come to visit, to be not only the healthcare person taking care of them, but their family members. So imagine being a patient by yourself, isolated, and you can't, and yes, you can see your loved one over FaceTime, but it means so much to have that human contact and that somebody's caring, empathetic, compassionate, but also trying to bring you back to your well state. So it means the world to me that we're able to recognize nursing for being not only the caregiver, but the family member and everything that entails of what it means to be that person to an individual, another human being. So I'm incredibly proud of our staff because we live our vision every day, that we provide the care to our loved ones, that's the same care that I would provide to my own loved one. That's what our vision statement is. So every
I love that. And
patient,
I love how
every time.
you visually depict that interaction that nurses are having with patients, because in this era, we appreciate everything, not just the expertise, but the things that you can't necessarily count, that extra emotion and compassion that nurses are displaying towards their patients, especially right now. Joanne, we really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. And we'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned.